Hi everyone, so it's a haul day today and I like hauls. I know hauls get some hate on YouTube sometimes, but I'm in the sprinkle of glitter camp, if you know her channel, of loving them because it's an internet version, as she says, of going out, getting a load of shopping, coming home and showing your mum, your dad, your friends, your husband, your boyfriend, all the stuff you've bought and the enjoyment you all get out of that. So I'm up for hauls and that's why I've got one today, and I'm probably going to be posting one next week as well, so look out for that. So something you will probably learn about me from this haul is I love my bargains. Now don't get me wrong, I do really love my luxury brands, but I either try and find them on at a good price, or what I normally do is ask for those things for Christmas or birthdays because they are more of a treat. And most of the stuff I buy is either sort of drugstore, reduced price, or on 3 for 2 or something like that. So this is about 2 or 3 weeks worth of purchases. A couple of friends said to me lately, "Are you buying a lot more stuff now that you're on YouTube?" I said no. I'm buying about the same amount as I always have done, but perhaps on reflection I am buying a little bit more, but never mind, that's the whole point. So I've got some stuff from Boots, and I've got TK Maxx, and I've got Superdrug. So I'm going to start with Boots. That's the only thing I kept the bag for, so you're just going to have to trust me that everything else is from TK Maxx and Superdrug. But most of my stuff is from Boots, so I'll start there. Sorry about the rustling. So the first thing I got is Hairspray by Schwarzkopf. Sorry about my pronunciation, I should know better than that. I did German at school. But this was a hairspray. It's got to be Rise and Shine hairspray. The thing that made me buy this was the packaging actually. It's got this lovely rose gold packaging, which obviously is all the rage at the moment. And it was on offer, of course. It was 2 for a £5. If you're wondering what I got as the other thing, it was actually my husband who bought a hair product that he likes. So it says it's volume and shine hairspray, instant volume, stunning shine and hold. So I haven't actually tried it yet. I'm still using up another hairspray that I've got, so hopefully that is going to provide all of those things. I'll get back to you on that one. Next thing I've got is a micellar cleansing solution. This is the Boots' own brand. They've got a brand called, or a range called Time Delay, and this is their micellar cleansing water from that. So I am on a bit of a cleansing water obsession at the moment. I have realised that they are good for me. I really like using them as a pre-cleanse, but what I want to do is find the perfect one for me. So I've gone through a few months worth of a L'Oreal one. I'm currently using a Garnier, and after that I'm going to try this one and see which one's best for me, and I'm going to try Bioderma as well, but I still haven't got around to that. So this has extra benefits as far as I'm concerned, because not only does it dissolve your makeup and remove your makeup, it supposedly has an I'm getting all American, anti-aging property as well. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that one as well. That was of course on offer. It's normally retails at £5 and it was on offer for about £2.50. More hair stuff. I bought this on recommendation of a few YouTubers that I've watched, particularly Estee from Essie Button, and this is the Dove dry shampoo. I do use a lot of dry shampoo. I can get a bit lazy with my hair care during the week because my job's not glamorous, so there's no need for my hair to look great all the time. And I've always used Batiste, and recently I find they're not working so well for me. I don't know if they've changed their formulas, but I'm finding that the ones that have the white colour to them are more white than normal and really, really powdery. And I bought this one because I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought it was supposed to be colourless, and I have given this a go and it's not colourless. So yeah, I'm not convinced on this so far, but I'll carry on using it and see how I go. Everything else is makeup. So I picked up this nail varnish. It is number 7, as I said, and it is their Stay Perfect nail colour. This was reduced to £1, so bargain. I think their nail polishes normally range about £6 to £7. And the colour is called Minty Fresh. I've actually worn this in one of my other videos. I think it was my March favourite, so I'll link that below if you want to have a look at it on the nails. But I've actually really loved this so far. I've worn it a couple of times. It's quite sheer, so if you like the really opaque look, you do need at least 3 coats, I would say. But yeah, number 7, I love number 7, so I was happy to find that on offer for £1 or reduced. The next 2 things are both from number 7 again, and one is a highlighter stick and one is a blush. So I'll start with the highlighter. This is the number 7 Instant Radiance highlighter, and I'm not even sure if it comes in any more than one colour. It hasn't got a colour name on here as far as I can see, but it's sort of like a crayon type design that you meant to sweep straight onto your cheeks. I have a drawer full of highlighters. I'm a bit nervous about using them. I'm not very good at applying it, but other one I've got is liquid, so I thought I'd give this a go. Maybe it'll be easier to work with. I haven't really gotten around to using it yet because I've recently bought another highlighter, which we'll come on to, but I'm looking forward to trying that because I do love No7, as I always say. And the other thing I got, and I have seen a lot of, not a lot, but a bit of hype about this on YouTube, and it is their Pop and Glow Cream Blush. So it looks like the highlighter. It's got the same sort of crayon design that you apply to your cheeks, and I loved this for the colour. It is so bright, so vibrant. I haven't got any other blushes like this. I haven't gotten around to trying that yet either, and it seems like a really lovely colour when you swatch it, and the consistency seems lovely. It does say cream blusher, but when I've swatched it on my hand, I think it dries to more of a powder consistency, but I'm fine with that because I don't always like too much shine in my blushes. So that's that one, and that's everything I got from Boots. So moving on to Superdrug, and I love Superdrug. It's different to Boots because Boots does have a lot of the same products as Superdrug, but each of them have got their own different ranges that you can't get in the other shop, so I do love to look in both of them all the time. The first thing I've got is an eyeshadow palette. Now, I have to give credit to Sarah from Spoonful of Sugar. She's got a YouTube channel as well, so I'll link that below. I saw her talk about these palettes in her top 10 under £10 video, I think it was, and I'd never tried this brand before, so it was due to her that I went out and bought this one. It's Makeup Academy, and as far as I know, they're exclusively available in Superdrug. I might be wrong, sorry if I am, but you definitely can get them in Superdrug, and I personally haven't seen it anywhere else. And they're really, really inexpensive. This was £5, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shadows for £5. So that's a bargain as far as I'm concerned. Shocking confession time. This is the first eyeshadow palette I've ever bought, I know. I have got hundreds of eyeshadows, or maybe not hundreds, but I've got loads, but they're all individual ones. And the other thing I noticed when I was looking through them is that I had almost entirely, in fact, if not entirely, shimmery shades, and I had no matte eyeshadows, and I think for the daytime they are a lot nicer to use. I don't wear eyeshadow during the week. As I mentioned, my job isn't the most glamorous, so I don't want to wear eyeshadow during the week, so to spend 30, 40, 50 pounds on an eyeshadow palette is a bit excessive for me, as much as I would love to have some of those higher range ones. Yeah, to cut to the chase, that's why I bought this particular palette. It's called the Smokin Palette. It came with a smoky eye pencil here as well, but I don't even know where that is. So there's a few matte colours. The neutral colours are more matte. You've got sort of a creamy one, a darker cream and a brown. You've got a few shimmery dark ones here, and then you've got some more sort of dramatic looking colours there. I'm really looking forward to getting more use out of this. I've tried the matte ones for the daytime. I love them. I've got the purpley and brown shimmery ones on my eyelids today, and yes, I mean, they're not obviously Naked palette, Smashbox palette quality, but for £5 for the lot, they are good enough. They're reasonably well pigmented. I'm not noticing any fallout when I use them, and yeah, I'm looking forward to trying more of that. I might even get one of their other palettes. They've got a few other ones that look good. So while I was at the MUA stand, Makeup Academy stand, I saw this and it caught my eye. It's the Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighter. This caught my eye because of the colour of it. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's very pinky in consistency. So where my skin is quite pinky anyway, I thought it was going to be less dramatic and more easy to work with as a highlighter. It's really pretty the way that the contours are ingrained in there. I don't know if you can see it, and I'll try and swatch it, but again, I don't know how well it will show up. So it is shimmery. It's there. Oops, there next to the cheek pop. It's shimmery but quite subtle. I found you need to pack quite a lot onto your brush. I found it best to use it with a bronzer brush, so as you may have worked out, I've been trying this already, but that's a good thing for me because I don't want it to look too dramatic, and I am still sort of learning to use highlighters, and I've been enjoying that so far. So if you're new to highlighters, this is a good one to try, I would say. I think it was only about £3, so really, really inexpensive. So the last little collection of products are all from TK Maxx. So I love TK Maxx. I go in there almost every day. I'm lucky enough to live really close to one, so I can do that. Yes, they have a load of rubbish in there sometimes. Sorry TK Maxx, but they do. But if you browse in their skincare and makeup section really regularly, you can find some real gems. gems, sorry, for a really good price. And obviously those things fly off the shelves really quickly, so that's why I say it's good to go in there really frequently. So the first thing I got in there was this, and I've taken it out of the box now so you can't see the full effect, but it's a Physicians Formula bronzing powder. It's a multicoloured bronzer powder palette. Now, what do I know about Physicians Formula, apart from the weird brand name, is it's an American drugstore brand, and I read some blog posts at the end of last year announcing that they were going to bring their whole range, or the range, to the UK, but as far as I know, it hasn't launched here yet. I certainly haven't seen anything about it. Let me know in the comments if you know any different to that. But TK Maxx often have stuff that isn't sold routinely in England, so I assume that's why this was in there. And I think it's going to be too dark for me. I haven't tried it yet, but on the box that it came in, it said for medium skin tones. I haven't got medium, I'm fair to light, but I saw it in there and I couldn't resist it because it was about £3. So I will give it a go, but if not, I'll probably pass it on. Sorry, I've got a cold, my voice keeps going. But if it's no good for me, or if it's too dark, I will probably pass it on to one of my friends or family who has got a different skin tone to me. But I'm going to keep looking out for Physicians Formula stuff in there because I've heard nice stuff about it and I would like to try more of that. The next thing I found in there was from Butter London, and I've never tried their nail range before, but I always have a look at it when I go into Boots because the colour range looks really lovely. And this normally retails for £15, around that price. It's definitely still current as well because I saw it in Boots yesterday, and this was £6.99, so a really good reduction. And it's their Now Foundation, which is essentially a fancy name for a base coat, but it is a bit different to the base coats that I've tried before because it's got a nude colour to it. I have actually given this a go. I've tried it twice, and as a base coat it goes on really easily and dries really quickly. If you fancy a really natural look to your nails, you could use it on its own, I would say, especially if you're perhaps at school or in a job where you're not really allowed to wear really bright nail polish. This is a nice way of adding a bit of something to your nails. And the thing that I've loved about it so far is that when I take my nail polish off, it seems to come off easier with this underneath. None of that sort of leaking of the colour of the nail polish into your cuticles when you put the nail varnish remover on it. So that's really good so far. And I've only had it used it a couple of times, as I say, but based on that I probably would pay the £15 for it. So really pleased that I got that for such a cheap price. And finally, I picked up the Rodial BB Venom Skin Tint. I hadn't heard or seen about this until I saw it in TK Maxx. So while I was in there I had a quick look on my phone and googled it to find out if it is a current product, because I know they sometimes sell end of line things in there, and as far as I can see it is. And if you saw my last video, which was an empties video, I'll link it below if you want to have a look. I spoke about Rodial because I had tried their face serum and face masks in this Venom range. So when I saw this I thought I need to pick this up. It retails, it says on the back here, it retails at £35, and as you can see I picked it up for £5.99, so another bargain. They only had one colour in there, and it's called Capri. I didn't know what that was, so I googled, I didn't know sort of how light or dark that would be, and obviously you can't test things when you're in TK Maxx, so I googled that and apparently that is their lightest shade. So that's what I picked up. I have given it a couple of goes. Initially wasn't impressed, however I need to give it another go. I'll tell you why, because I found that it was sticking to all my dry patches, and it was making my skin look a bit sort of flaky and powdery. I've only used it twice, 2 days in a row, but then I came down with this cold, which you can hear I've got at the moment, and whenever I have a cold my skin always gets really dry, more so than normal. So I don't think I've actually given it a fair trial yet, so I'm going to wait till I'm feeling better and try it again. So that's the end of my haul. That is everything I have been buying over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully you feel inspired. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up as always if you have. As I say, I've got a haul coming up again next week. Shocking confession time again. I have never purchased anything in Lush. I know. I'm going there next week. I'm going to have a good chat with one of the people that work in there because of my dry sensitive skin that's prone to redness, and I'm going to do a video and show you everything that's in that next week. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see that or anything else, and I will see you next time. Bye!